Sitting where? I'll sit here.
Welcome to Strange Theory.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We're all in the house.
We are. We're here.
My brother Chris Coote, the lovely Ginger,
Mac.
the lovely Mel,
The company nurse.
the company nurse. She just bit out all her water.
Here we are.
We are glad to be with you here. The first String Theory of 2022.
Hey, that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
COVID
first
free.
COVID free.
Yeah. We all just had our
None of us
swabs.
have the Rona.
Yeah, or the runs. Yet.
We might have the runs after I drink 5 or 6 of these.
Okay.
A big thank you to what happened to Clucky?
Clucky's got the laryngitis.
Oh no! Oh, there he is.
there he is.
There he is. A big thank you to our sponsors, our partners. I hate calling them sponsors. They don't really sponsor us. They
Support us.
yeah. They're
support
part of our
system.
family.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to talk about in Capo Corner tonight.
They make
regarding
all this
that.
possible.
They do.
Yeah.
Boucher Guitars. #1 in my book. Levy's Leather Straps. G&G Music and Antigonish. Our good friend Stephen MacNeil at Fantasy Music in Halifax, who's just now accessible to the public because all the construction's gone. And yeah, so Fantasy Music, Opry Music in Miramichi, our buddy Vince Mullen up in Opry Music, K&K Sound, best pickups in the world, Gallagher Guitars, Recording King Guitars, Alvarez Yeri and St. Louis Music, thank you guys, Yamaha Music Canada, James Martin Instruments from Kilkenny, Ireland, Close Guitars, big news about Close
Big
tonight,
news.
Cody Guitars, custom-made electrics right here, 15 minutes away, Orangewood Guitars, the $200 guitar that will force you to probably crap in your pants. Audio Sprockets, D'Addario Canada, The Arc, Acoustic Resonance and Comfort, the custom-made armrest by my buddy Dakota McNamara, Apollo Picks, best picks I've ever used.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond. And the Magicians at Tone Right. Thank you. All those
Not just
guys.
for acoustic guitars anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. This isn't your daddy's vibrator.
That's right. Whoa, what happened there?
Everything is
Right
just
on the
falling
right
apart.
place.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Here we are.
here we are.
Pre-storm. Here we're getting a storm.
Are we
That's
actually
what
going
they
to get
say.
snow?
Yeah.
We can stop the music now if you want, so we don't get
suppose.
dinged.
Sure.
Okay.
Ginger's a little tired. She's been flying all over the place.
Her arms are very tired.
Yeah, she's been flapping and flopping all over
flapping.
through the skies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crash landing face first in a whole bunch of different places with
VNAV crash in Ottawa.
yeah.
VNAV crash. I left Ottawa yesterday morning. She took my place in Ottawa last night.
Oh, God bless her dirty little heart.
Her dirty little cotton socks.
Capo Corner. So,
Capo?
chicken.
Capo? Clucky's sponsoring the show tonight.
He's delicious and sponsoring the show right now.
Yes, he's enjoying the microphone right now.
2 herbs and spices.
Thanks, Clucky.
Thanks, Lucky. Capo Corner.
Capo Corner.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Big neuse.
Well, there is all
Close
kind-
guitars.
Yes, Close Guitars. There's some big news there. We'll try not to take a whole bunch of time.
Tell it
but-
on the mountain, brother.
But we got to tell it.
Sing it.
I spent the whole day, basically the entire day. I left the house at about 10 o'clock this morning, and I managed to spend the entire day basically with partners on this channel. I spent the morning with Terry Hume from Yamaha Music Canada. I then went to Fantasy Music and hung out with Stephen for a while and saw
musical
how things were
premier.
going with him. And then later on, there was I actually missed a call with Yeri, St. Louis Music, because I got all mixed up. There was 3 or 4 people trying to call me today from different time zones, and I completely got all the math wrong. But one call that came through that I got right was from my buddy Tim in the marketing department in Utah. from Close Guitars. And I had a tremendous conversation with him about, so I'm going to actually do a video on this and guitar stuff with John, but I want to say it to give you a primer to look for it on the channel, because what I want to say to you is that the last 2 years have been the most incredible 2 years of my life. I've never...
Thank you.
Yes. We should remember Paris. We should...
Should I be concerned?
Should I be concerned? When we started this, it was literally just a lark. Mm-hmm. I started this channel off with myself on the toilet wearing a tinfoil hat singing a filthy song.
You did.
And 2 years later, we have 20 partners on this channel. And I've gotten to forge relationships with guitar builders, designers, distributors, and this incredible family of people that watch us.
Mm-hmm. Some of them who text us at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, the bastards.
Yeah.
So to give you an idea of just how much success we've had, and it's mind-boggling. When I looked at the analytics from November, I was checking because we were slowing down in December because of the holidays, and we missed some string theories and some Life of Music was, So I was checking the numbers, and I couldn't believe this. We had gained another 503 subscribers in November. Mm-hmm. We had 85,000 views and 1.1 million minutes watched in November alone.
That's wild.
It's insane. And it's all because of guitar.
And it shows you how desperate people are.
Yes.
For good content.
It shows you that there is so many people
Yeah.
that should just give up.
Yeah.
It's time. Go in the backyard, dig a hole,
Jump in.
and jump in.
Yeah.
And maybe a dog will come and pee on you and bury
And
you.
fill you in.
That's right.
So, Cody Guitars. Close Guitars.
So I just wanted to say that the last 2 years have been incredible for us, and the reasons are the one like the one I'm about to explain to you. So Close Guitar, Tim called me, and they are so pleased with the amount of we have done a fair bit of coverage for Close because they're wicked. They're just really cool guitars.
Yeah.
I have that thing on the stand all the
It
time.
never goes away.
I tested a new amp that I'm about to review. Mm-hmm. I did it with my Close.
Yeah.
Because it's got a great sound and pickup in it.
Yeah.
So what's about to happen with Close is a couple things. I'm going to get to interview the designer, the inventor of Close. That's happening, and it's going to be on my channel. And also, we are going to debut their brand new hybrid electric guitar. They're carbon fiber. It has a proprietary pickup system in it that's supposed to be one of the most advanced electric guitar systems in the world. It can emulate a whole array of body styles, types of guitars, solid body, hollow body. Mm-hmm. That's all happening. That's on its way here. This morning, I spent with one of my good friends, Terry Hume, who's the East Coast representative of Yamaha Music Canada, and I got a couple of presents that we're not supposed to say exactly what they are.
It is wild.
It is wild.
Me out when I
it's pretty freaky.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of guitars here in the studio with us right now.
Wait, we're supposed to tell them what they are.
He's being judicious on camera.
And we're going to review these guitars. And yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. These are literally, they're not in the market yet.
Yeah, that guitar freaked me out, didn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
Yeah.
So, and they've been around, but it's a new version of it, new software, it's just, it shows off Yamaha's proprietary innovation that they do in everything they build.
And as usual, if it follows everything else they've done, it's not buggy. It's not
it wouldn't
half-assed.
No.
It is rock solid
right
out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. And
Crazy.
onwards and upwards. Boucher. I had a long talk with Guillaume right before Christmas. Boucher is expanding production because they're so far behind with orders that they have to expand.
It's good news.
Yeah, like it's just everybody that we work with has reported back to us how successful the campaigns, and they shouldn't even call them that because I don't consider them campaigns. I just love talking about this stuff, right? I think all the guitar players that watch us get a kick out of me getting a kick out of all these things. And it's I want you to realize something. And here's the bottom line. And this would be the bottom. I'll talk about this more in the expanded video that I intend to do for the first episode of Guitar Stuff with John for 2022. In the old days, and I'm not even talking about that old. I'm only talking like 10 years ago, maybe 10 to 15 years. In those days, you could not endorse more than one company.
No.
Right? That's amazing. I endorse all kinds of companies, all kinds of builders, all kinds of instruments. And everyone gets along with everyone else.
Yeah.
They're all pulling for each other. It never was like that.
There wasn't this many companies total back in the day,
Right.
though, right?
Exactly. But still.
And this is a fraction of what's out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have 20 companies, and most of them are guitar makers.
Yeah.
A lot of them are guitar makers.
Yeah.
And each one of them is proud to work with us, proud to be associated with the other companies. It's the whole atmosphere in the guitar world has changed to the point now where it's a joy to deal with all these people because there was a time when you couldn't do it. If you wanted to work with Martin or you wanted to work with Gibson or you want to do with this or that, they would say you would have to sign a waiver. So you will never play anything but ours on stage, and you can't talk about anything else, and blah, blah, blah. Man, everything's different now.
What's interesting, if you look at this list, there's not only a guitar builder for every one of your viewers.
Right.
There's a guitar supplier
Yes.
for every one. There's
For everybody's budget.
everybody's needs, everybody's quality level.
Everybody's budget, everybody's inspiration. And that's what this is all about.
They're all complementary to one another.
Yep. All
in
these
some way.
companies provide instruments that will make you think. When you get one in your hand, it makes you go, I should try this.
Yep.
Or try that. Or maybe, like, there's just so much inspiration in all these instruments. And it's showing now, as we kick off 2022, all these companies are on fire. They've been contacting me for the last week, and they're all chomping at the bit to go into 2022 strong, and they're looking to us to help them do it. And that's a massive thing.
It's very
And
cool.
I'm super, super proud and humbled by that they think enough of this silly thing that we do that they're hanging in there with us.
Yep.
All for 2 years now, right? So I'm super proud of all of my partners, and we're going to have a great year. 2022 is going to be deadly. We're going to have new guitars, new equipment, we're even getting new equipment and tech for the studio, for the broadcasts.
Gonna up our
We're going to
production
up our,
chops.
we're going to start upping our production chops a little bit, and and Jill's going to drag her arsehole across the floor
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
forever and ever. It's just the way things are.
Well,
So one last thing. Well, we'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss the big draw at the end.
Yeah.
It's getting close, folks. It's getting
It is.
close.
it's going to start the
Six people
year.
are going to win today.
Yes,
six
we're drawing six
So Jeff
names
might have
tonight.
a chance.
6 night. You have 6 chances tonight to get in on this.
Yeah.
one. And we're getting mighty close. I suspect the draw will happen right about the first week of February, which is when we're all going to need a little pick me up.
Little juice.
The worst time of the year
Little
in
juice
Canada for
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Little guitar.
couple
little-
sparkles
little
sprinkled on
guitar
it.
saliva.
Yeah. A little tech uplift.
Sort of a facelift.
Fresh set of batteries.
That's right.
New power adapter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brand new driver in your woofer.
Yeah. New Rain-X on your windshield.
That's correct.
Yeah. New set of slippers.
So
Alrighty then.
so the first question goes to, for 2022, the first question goes to who?
It's a super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen
course it
Baker.
is.
Of course it is.
He was awake at like
yeah,
whatever
he's been up for
time.
3 days waiting for this.
right.
He's over in Sweden like an arsehole.
The bath has been drawn for over an hour.
Oh yeah, he's over there in his rose petals and his laptop holder.
Yeah. His
drink-
pomegranate
drinking his
molasses.
shitty schnapps, and trying to kill himself with schnapps that taste like rubbing alcohol.
He went off this morning before my alarm did.
Okay.
All right,
What's
hit
he
us.
got?
Hit us.
He says, "I hate Chris's shirt. Can't take the piss."
Jesus. There's nothing wrong with that shirt.
Now, he hates it because he can't make fun of it.
Oh. Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough.
Gives him
Okay.
no enjoyment.
Yeah.
Good enough. Thank you.
That's 2022
you
opener.
wizened old
Thank you,
bath
Stephen
rat.
Baker.
Bath rat. Kuh.
We have a super chat from Jason McCallum.
Jason McCallum. Welcome
Jason.
back.
Says, "Thanks for turning me on to Boucher. Bought myself an SG51V Rosewood OM with
nice.
vintage pack, torfied top, blows my Larrivee
Oh.
RWOM away. Amazing."
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
No offense to Larrivee, but goddamn.
Yeah. Good goddamn.
Yes. You can't. Yeah. There's just, yeah.
Holy snot lick.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is. Okay, next.
I got a question from Eli Patrick Music.
Eli Patrick.
Happy
all
New
the
Year,
way from
brother.
Kentucky.
He says, "Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the Audio Technica Pro 37? I recently acquired one, but haven't tested it yet. I have, however, used them a few times before and was pleased."
Don't know.
I don't know either. It's a microphone,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know that model.
No.
So maybe that's something we don't get in Canada, which is a large
What
possibility.
was it, Ginger? AT what?
Pro 37?
Pro 37.
AT Pro.
We're well familiar. The room mics in this room.
Use your words, big
What's
boy.
his name? Jesus, my brain's fried.
Dave?
No, Eli.
Yeah.
Eli Patrick. The room mics in here are ATs, and I
Mm-hmm.
have another one that I use for vocals in the studio, and we're well familiar with those common models that they have up here.
Yeah.
All of the 4055s and the 4040s.
Yeah.
And those are friggin' brilliant. They're
We'll
brilliant.
look up the Pro 37.
I don't know anything about
Yeah.
that mic. I'm going to find out about that.
and they don't let me out anymore, so
Yeah. You're mostly locked in the closet.
yeah.
Although you struggle to get out
What's
for
flight
all
deck?
your life.
Oh, I don't know if we need to go there.
Okay, next.
Question from Caleb Hawkins.
Hey, Caleb.
Caleb Hawkins. How
Happy
you doing,
Wednesday,
buddy?
buddy.
Says, "When do we see JP put his video where his mouth is and shoot that Martin D41 against the Sigma copy? He
Oh.
claimed they were very close. I'd like to hear them."
I thought I did that.
Did you do? You did Martin and Boucher, didn't you?
No.
Didn't you do-
Oh,
I don't think you did Martin and
You
Sigma.
didn't do Martin.
I didn't do the Martin and the Sigma.
I don't think so.
I thought I
You
did
have
that.
to check.
I don't think you did.
Did Martin and somebody.
I did the Sigma against the Martin, I thought.
Did you?
Oh no, I did the Martin against. Oh, you're right. It was the 41 against the Rocket.
Right.
Yeah.
I will do that. That video will happen.
Write that down.
That and it's going to be no contest, but it's going to be. I'll tell you what it's going to be.
It's going to be interesting.
The
comparison.
Sigma since they restarted about 2013, 2012, they really have been making some stupid, serious guitars, like really great guitars. And so, and the one that I have, that Sigma D45, is a cannon. It's a cannon. But it's obviously, it doesn't sound like the D41.
Right.
There's a definite difference.
It's not really
it's
apples
not-
to apples.
No,
That's the problem.
But the thing about it is that the D41 sounds like a D41 Martin.
Yeah.
It has that big hollow chesty bottom end thing. The 45 Sigma has this clear, penetrative.
It's more refined.
It
than
is.
The Martin,
It is.
actually.
It's very refined. It
Yeah.
has the beautiful bottom end.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There really isn't a comparison. But
No.
you can look at both of them, and say to yourself, I could spend $7,000 on this D41 or get a 45, a pointed guitar,
Yeah.
for $1,300.
Yeah.
And the
And I
only
think that-
difference is the name on the headstock.
I think the top end on the Sigma is actually more defined.
It is.
And more bell tone
Yes,
like
it's got more
than the Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
It's nicer.
The 41 is a classic Martin sound.
Yeah.
Which is very dead and
Yeah.
meaty.
Clunky.
Meaty,
Yeah.
woody, and it penetrates, but it penetrates at the around 600 hertz, 500 hertz.
It's
Like
Dan Szyminski.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got that old wood playing into a ribbon mic thing.
Yeah.
The Sigma has got the modern penetration that guitars have now, because I've had this conversation with people about why people love Martins, and 30 years ago this was true. A Martin is a bass cannon,
Yeah.
right? And you needed that because you were playing through shit mics on stage.
And one
Right?
mic where you were backed off.
Yes.
And you were playing rhythm and you were
Yes.
support. Yeah.
The actual realistic use of those guitars sonically is that if you're miking one, which is what you had to do 30 years ago, the sound man had to scoop the crap out of the bottom end.
Yeah.
And if you're recording it in the studio, same thing. You have to remove all this mud and crap out of that 41 or 45 or any Martin because it's overpowering, right? The new guitars that are based on Martins, like the Sigmas, like the Ferks, like all these companies that build Martin-style guitars, they've refined those guitars to where the bottom end is not booming and not muddy and not... So the Martin, you get the Martin and you get 100% of the bottom end.
How many
right?
feedback busters have you seen on stage in the last 10 years?
Never.
Never.
You don't see
it
them
anymore.
because they're built differently.
But with the Martins and with the Gibsons, everybody had a rubber feedback buster.
They still
jammed into
do.
the guitar.
They still do.
If you're playing that.
And I'm not saying that's a bad
No.
thing. It's
No.
like I said, those guitars deliver 100% of every bit of the bottom end that you can get out of a guitar.
Yeah.
They invented
built
it.
for
They
it.
invented it.
Yeah.
But in real world application, you're a sound man. If I was playing that guitar, a Martin through a 57,
Yeah.
you know that you would have to scoop the crap out of that guitar to make it viable in the mix.
And or jam a feedback buster in it.
Right.
And then it's downhill
Oh,
from
I'm
there.
not talking about plugged in. I'm talking about miking it.
Yeah, you're just talking
Right?
about Mike. Yeah.
You have to scoop the crap out of them because
You do
they're
even plugged
so-
in sometimes.
Yes, it's true. So, yeah,
The newer guitars are so much better behaved, not only just purely acoustically miking them, but also plugged in.
it's like they're smarter.
Yeah.
They have a better projection of the sonic image than and strangely, not strangely, but ironically, they're based on Martins.
Yeah.
They're based on the perfect Martin sound, which is a Martin through a mic with a tremendously good EQ on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, through a ribbon mic or a large diaphragm
Right.
mic. Yeah.
With a right EQ.
Yep.
Now they build them like that sound.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what the Sigma is. The Sigma is like that 41 EQ'd properly with compression. With you know what I mean? So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And I will do that video. I've got a lot of content to go up in January, and that's going to be one of them. So
Boy, you better get working, boy, because January is a ticking already, boy.
it's a ticking away.
You hear what I'm telling you?
Ticking away. It's going to be ticking, just tick, tickety boo, tickety tick, tickety doo, tickety tick, tickety tick, tickety doo.
Can I ask a clarification question before we move on?
Clarification from Ginger.
Kim Harris is wondering what scooping the crap out of it means.
EQing it.
It means removing all of the bass frequency that occurs in a Martin guitar normally. When you close mic a Martin, there's this huge bubble in the bottom end, like the E-A strings especially, and the B note on the A string. So he has to take his graphic EQ and pull all those frequencies down.
Yeah. More a parametric EQ on the channel strip and get down into that, make the filter fairly wide and scoop out like 100 or 125 up to
Yep.
like 400.
Yeah.
And put a big divot in that response.
Yep.
Yeah.
About 90 to 400, and you got to
Yeah.
make it do a smiley face.
Yeah.
And that
Like 6-9 dB.
yeah,
12 dB
huge,
sometimes.
Huge scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Scooping it out.
And that's normal. It's not. This is not a bad thing.
No.
This is what really happens in the real world
When you're
when
playing
you're
live.
playing live,
Yeah.
or you're recording in a studio.
Yeah.
I mean, even my bouchers, not much, mind you, but my bouchers are powerful bottom end, and you have to be careful where the mic is placed, or they'll overpower the mic because they get so much presence. And same thing. Sometimes I got to just go in there and go, shoo, and I put a little high pass filter on it.
Yep.
Which a high pass filter is when it drops. It starts at the bottom end, the lowest frequency, and it drops it down to 0 and
Yep.
gradually goes up to wherever you set it.
Yeah.
So I will high pass it at 90,
Yeah.
so that it starts at 90 normal, and then as it goes back to 0, right?
Yeah.
It gets lower and lower and lower.
3-degree slope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
3
So that,
dB slope.
so that means that all that ugly bottom end is gradually reduced out to nothing
Yeah.
as it comes up to that 90 hertz.
3 decibel slope.
Right.
Yeah. 3 dB.
So
Not
yeah.
3 degree, Ginger. That's VNAV path.
So potentially we have like there's a lot of math and geometry in music.
There
right?
is.
Yeah. So that could be in a whole other video, how to EQ guitars. We should do that.
Yeah.
We talked about that already.
We did. Yeah.
Next.
We have a super chat from Jeff Gallant.
Jeff Gallon.
Happy New Year, Jeff.
He says, "Happy New Year, you filthy animals. Hope all is well over there these days.
I
with
likes
the,
him.
with the shit show going on. Love you, boys, and Ginger."
We're fine.
Cheers, buddy.
I'm gonna just pour a little.
Oh, we're gonna have an official cheers.
I have the
change
last.
venue.
I have the last of the Glenlivet.
All right.
Just enjoying.
We'll
this-
give Monsieur Jeff a little toast.
Just enjoying some right now.
Are you enjoying that right now?
I will be momentarily.
I'm going to meet you in the middle with this filthy Corona.
Yes,
You
it's-
animal.
you should never touch a glass of 25-year-old Glenlivet with a bottle of Corona.
I see. I'm going to enjoy it.
I'm sure they loved hearing that up close.
Next.
We have a super chat from Stephen Bigger.
Stephen Beggar again.
Still making bubbles over there. Yeah.
Oh dear. When will you be announcing the Martin partnership in Cable Corner?
You know what?
Yeah, 2027.
Martin has repeatedly told me to kiss their collective arses, and they haven't really. But they don't care. Martin doesn't
don't
care.
Us.
Gibson doesn't care. Taylor doesn't care.
No.
They don't care. They own the guitar market, right? Because people think that's the best guitars.
Yeah.
And in some cases they are. It
Yeah.
depends, if you're in a room with
And
a
you just
Martin and
you just bought a Gibson recently.
I did.
Well, didn't you just before Christmas?
No.
Didn't you buy one in one province?
Yeah. No, Jesus, that thing.
You just bought a Gibson and it lasted how long?
One night.
Yeah.
I took it back the next day. So yeah, but they just don't care. Martin will never endorse me, and I don't expect them to, nor do I think they should.
Nor are you losing sleep over it.
No, I don't care. If they did endorse me, they'd be foolish because
Enough about them. What about us?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough about me. What do you think about me?
Next.
So we have a super chat from Kevin O'Hanley and from Ralph Proscia, both saying Happy New Year.
Kevin O'Hanley.
Kevin O'Hanley,
Why does that ring a
Canso,
bell? Why does
banjo
that ring
player,
a
Jimmy's
bell?
buddy. Yeah,
That's
Kevin.
not clicking yet.
It's a bullshit.
Hey, Kev.
Next.
Love you.
Yes, that's from one from Kevin and one from Ralph.
Okay.
Happy New Year shout out. All right, we got a question from Stephen Sparks.
Ooh, that's
that's
new.
new.
That's new.
Yeah,
Steven
he's
Sparks.
new. He's brand new for
Welcome
the new
to
year.
String Theory.
What is your favorite open tuning?
The one that I use the most often is Dad Fad.
Yeah, you do.
I don't use Dad Gad. I guess it's the Joni Mitchell tuning.
Yeah.
It's basically an open E, but it's actually in D. So that would be E to D, A, D, G sharp would go down to F sharp. That's the fad.
Yeah.
And then A and D. So you have an open E chord, but you're in the key of D. So it's a big, low, open tuning, and I use that tuning a lot for a lot of stuff. And then the other tuning I love is drop C. That Foxglove is in.
Yeah.
And that is starting from the middle. Going. I say this because it's how I tune guitars. I always tune guitars in the middle out. So from the G string, G stays the same. The B goes up to C. E stays the same. And then going back the other way, the D string goes down to a C. A goes down to G. And the big E goes down to low C.
Wow.
And buddy, if a guitar will withstand that tuning,
Yeah.
it's a guitar. Mm-hmm. And I was always mesmerized.
It's almost a neck reset.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you something.
You're changing a lot of tension there.
Yeah, the Ladybird, which is the parlor Boucher I have that Robin hated. He didn't want anybody to see it. It was his prototype. That guitar will take low C.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. The guitar, and I actually did a video online with that guitar in low C, and it was astounding.
So think about it. To do that, and to detune that far, and unload the neck,
and
that amount,
and one of the trebles is going up
right,
a half step.
so you're twisting,
You've got
but-
an extra
but-
2 pounds on.
right, but you're unloading the bottom that much.
Yep.
It's amazing that you don't get any fret buzz or anything like that, because you literally that neck is moving.
You can get some fret buzz, but a lot of things about a guitar are all about right hand attack. There was a guy on my I think it was in the Bluegrass Guitar feed this morning that was very kind of abrasive about this question he was asking everyone about what strings would give him the most volume. And it was a paragraph. He's like, I don't want to talk about anything but string volume, tone, volume. He was using a lot of capitals. And I
He's
actually,
yelling.
yeah, and it kind of struck me funny, so I actually answered the comment and said, strings have zero to do with volume. Mm-hmm. Absolutely fucking zero. There's nothing about strings that create volume. Volume is contained right there. The right hand is all that makes volume, and the construction of the guitar.
Yeah, the body
That's
of the
it.
guitar.
So the same thing applies when you're doing alternate tunings, and even stupid things like just putting a capo on a guitar.
Right.
You have to change your attack to keep the guitar happy, right? You can't just beat a guitar with the capo on the 4th fret.
Right.
The action's lower, the notes are higher.
The tonality of the guitar has changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to keep this hand is the key to everything that you do. It's the key to volume, it's the key to tone, it's the key to timing. And it doesn't matter if you're flat picking, finger picking, whatever the hell you're doing. Everything about what comes out of the sound hole of your guitar is contained right here. There's nothing else going on. It doesn't matter. This left hand, you could be playing wrong notes and none of that shit matters.
Yeah.
Because if this isn't bringing out
The character.
full potential
Yeah.
of the instrument at the time in the real world situation you're in, there's nothing can help you.
Yeah.
No string, no guitar, no. It's all about this hand.
What was the
Right?
tuning that Dakota uses? Do you
Oh
remember?
my-
it?
I
Very
don't.
strange.
It is so weird.
Yeah, it's an insane tuning.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
But
so
his-
insane he has to use different gauge strings.
Yeah. And his guitar, that tuning, I think I called it a romantic tuning
Yeah.
because what it does to the guitar and the way it changes the tonality of the guitar and his style is it is a romantic sounding, like a gentle.
It's a harp sound.
Yeah, it's a harp sound.
It sounds
Yeah,
like a harp.
that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant guitarist.
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah.
He's well underrated.
He's very underrated.
Dakota has always been underrated, and I've always felt horrible about that. because he's such a brilliant musician, and he's been overlooked a lot of times.
He's an intelligent musician.
Yeah, he really is, and I love playing with him, and he's a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
That guy.
Now, you want to go to the opposite extreme. There's Brother Dave,
Yeah,
right? Who has
plays
absolutely,
everything in Dadgate.
yeah, absolutely no clue what he's doing
No.
at any time.
He only uses about one finger.
Yeah,
Guys are
To
terrible.
play.
yeah.
All his chords
and
are one
if they
finger.
lost the first 10 frets and shortened the neck up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To like 6 frets,
He could
he'd be
play,
all right.
He could play a guitar. A ukulele.
Galele. A Gadadale.
Yeah. We got a lot of super chats piling up over there.
All right. Love you, Dave.
10x, give her. Let's get through them.
So we have a super chat from Cam.
Cam Disaster
Cam is here.
is in the house.
How are you, Clam?
You're not going to play the Cam tune?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for any of that. I'm just,
Okay.
Yeah, we
Alright.
got the wrong setup over there.
Yeah, I'm
because of
not,
all
I'm
the
not
toys.
really.
I guess you
that
can't play
kinda-
that guitar.
Clam Disaster is with us on the show.
Clam Disaster. He's.
Buried in the snow.
Is he really, you think?
Uh,
He got snow down there?
probably.
I don't know.
Okay. 10x, go. What's he
Love
saying?
you, brother.
He says, non-disaster advice for all. At least once in your lives, sell all your guitars and buy a JP Signature Model Boucher. And good day to yous.
Yeah.
No golfing tonight, Cam.
I'm
Yes.
assuming golfing is over.
Golfing on a snowbank.
Super
10x.
chat from Jim Waller.
Jim Waller. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Do you do anything to add humidity, i.e. Oasis sound hole? And if not, have you had any issues in the winter with the tops cracking and splitting due to heating a room?
We're humidifying right now.
He has, I've used Oasis with no issues.
So I've talked about this before, but I'll try to make this real short because we don't want to waste a lot of time on this. We have a huge humidifier running
Foamy
as we are speaking
fog
in this
machine,
room right
yeah.
now, and it's got the humidity up around 41%. It brought it from it was really low in here. It got away from us. It was about 29. It's up to 41, and it should stay around 45. This is healthy. They'll tell you that you need this huge 65% humidity. So that's bullshit. You don't want your guitars that wet. So there's a danger. There's a very real danger with using close contact in case humidifiers.
In sound hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't control how much of that water the guitar takes in.
Well, you're going to spike it.
Yes.
And then it's drying.
Yeah.
And then you're going to spike it. And then it's drying.
And it will split your guitar.
yeah.
It's never good to over humidify a guitar. It's healthier for the guitar to dry out
Yeah.
than it is to swell it up.
Right.
I've destroyed instruments with sound hole humidifiers. I have. I've pushed the top up, and I followed the directions, and I knew the humidity in the room.
Yeah.
But here's the key. Okay, so your guitar is in a case. The case is protective against humidity and losing humidity. So you put a guitar in a case and it's healthy, and you don't open the case, it is not going to lose any great amount of humidity.
No.
Unless you open it.
You're right. It's not hermetically sealed,
No,
but it's sealed well enough.
sealed enough that it's
Yeah.
going to hold its humidity.
It's going slow.
So imagine you put a guitar, you put a sound hole thing with full of water
Yeah.
in the sound hole and lock it in
Yeah.
that
And you
case.
spike the humidity.
It has nowheres to go but
Yeah.
into the wood. So you're looking for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You should never do that. You should always just naturally humidify the guitars in the room with a room humidifier. This one shoots out fog.
Mm-hmm.
You run it a couple times a week, and it gives the guitars a drink.
It
right?
also feels good.
And it feels good. It's healthy to have a little humidity in the wintertime. And also, just as an aside, you should never, if you store your guitars out in the open, they should be on standalone stands, and you should never hang your guitars on walls that are outside walls. If you're gonna leave a guitar against a wall in your home, it should be a wall that's interior. If you put it up, any guitar up against an outside wall, that wall is active.
Yeah.
Even through drywall, it's shooting humidity, it's sucking humidity out.
Yeah.
It's
Temperature
colder.
swings.
It's colder than the rest of the room.
Yeah.
So you got to keep your guitars away from the outside of the house, and keep the room generally humidified and let the guitars drink and breathe. They're breathing. If you put the thing in the sound hole, you're drowning the guitar. You're giving it no choice but to drink all that water.
And if you don't believe that, with guitars that are made of wood,
Yeah.
I used to do multi-track tape recorder alignments in recording studios, 24-track recorders for mixing and tracking and mastering
Yeah.
in the spring and the fall,
Right.
because they would change in the spring and the fall with the drier and the moister weather coming.
That's
and
right.
that's electronics
Yep.
and tape, and it changed. Like notably changed.
Metal and magnetics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it does matter.
What's
it
Joe
matters
building
a lot.
over there?
She's building a nest
Oh,
Okay.
you build a nest over
out
there.
of grocery bags. So that's,
Next. That was a great question, by the way.
That was a good question.
we have super chat from Dean Koch.
From who?
Dean Koch.
Deach.
Dean,
Koch.
how do you spell
That's a
it?
new one.
D-E-A-C-H.
D-E-A, Deach.
Deach. K-O-C-H.
K-O-C-H.
Beach Dick,
Coke.
Dick Cock.
Coke. Coke. Not cock. Not cow.
Coke.
No,
Coke.
I knew a Dick Cock. That's the.
Dean.
This
Not
is-
Dick.
I thought you just said D-I-C-H.
No.
Oh,
D-E-A-C-H.
so that reminds me of a great story.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it
true
does.
story.
Yeah.
Good way to
Let's
answer
tell
his
it.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
But it's a true story. Dave
Okay.
Burton. They took
Okay,
Dave
we're not-
Burton,
we're
a
not
drummer
questioning
buddy of
it.
ours,
Never
up to
mind.
meet this guy
Question later.
after this gig, and they knew he was prone to laughter about anything,
Yes.
and they set him up. And this was a real guy with his actual name. He was from over in Germany or Holland or somewhere, and his name was Dietzlich, D-I-C-H-L-I-C-H.
Yeah.
But he didn't pronounce it like that. So
He
when
said-
they walked into Burton and said, "Hi, I'm Dave Burton," and he goes, "Hi, my name's Nicholas.
Right.
Nicholas Dicklick." Nick Dicklick. And Dave fell through a glass coffee table laughing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He went through the table.
Yeah.
Nick Dicklick.
Yeah. Nick Dicklick.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
That actually happened on the road. But we won't say who it was with.
Right.
He was on the road with somebody well known, and they took him up to meet this guy.
I have several stories you can't tell.
No, you can't tell about
With,
Dave
Burton
Yeah.
on the road.
Nick Dicklick.
I've had
Yeah,
some
we
of
don't
my
need to get into that.
Nicholas.
yeah.
Nick
I've had
Dicklick.
some of my best laughs on the road with him.
Let it
Um,
snow. Let it
Connect.
Would you
snow.
like to
ahead.
hear his question?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's a good thing Ginger's here.
Yes, it is.
Ran the end. This hurts me to read. Ran the end of my left index finger into a router bit. Ouch. And the doc says it'll be about 3 months before I can play the guitar again.
Oh.
Ow. How long will it take to get the guitars to open up again once I start playing them?
Oh, no time at all.
Yeah, they'll come back.
Hours.
Yeah, I'd be worried about your finger.
Yeah, I'd be more
About your
worried about your
finger?
finger
Yeah.
by.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Yeah.
Because that's a business finger. If
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
is
mistaken.
that is the business finger, and it won't. I mean, you'll literally,
I mean,
if you've got even like decent guitars.
No, I mean it's a business finger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not if you're right-handed.
No, if you're left-handed.
If you're left-handed,
Like all those intelligent people.
yes.
Excuse me.
What?
All the best pilots are left-handed.
That's right.
Piss off. So anyhow,
Airplanes are set up for left-handers.
yeah, let's see you play the guitar. Come on, bring it. Yeah, it's gonna take hours. It's not gonna.
No.
You can leave a guitar. As I know, I've got guitars here that have been sitting in the case for months. I pull them out, play them for 30 minutes, and they start to go.
Yeah.
They just come right back to life. Once a guitar has seasoned, it stays that way unless you leave it for years, right? If you leave it for 2 or 3 years, it'll go right back to.
Yeah.
But if you get it out of the case every few months and give it a little wang and
Yeah.
play it for
Give
an
it a
hour,
little love.
it will stay at the level of its seasoning forever. And the more you play it, the better the seasoning gets, and that it'll maintain that level. It'll hold it for months and months.
Move
So,
along, Dick.
my name is Nicholas Dicklick.
Dietzlich.
Next.
We have a super chat from Stephen Baker.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. You must
Oh,
know a guy named
Yeah.
Dietzlich.
Old Wrinklepuss.
Old Wrinklepuss. Old long
Old
hair.
Sudsy.
Yeah.
Sudsy Baker.
Yeah. Old Schnapsy the clown.
Yeah. How's Rubber Ducky?
You're the one.
He says, glad to
Did he
hear...
say ahem?
No.
Ahem.
That's
Oh, that's
me.
you.
That's just me pre-reading and
Oh,
just
okay.
preparing myself. Glad to hear your G-string stays the same in 2022.
Jesus.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
people pay money to say this shit on here. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
Yeah, you missed a spot there. You might want to go back and scrub that.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
We have a super chat from Thomas Althouse.
Well, that's new.
Altos.
Thomas
No, it's
Altos.
not new.
Oh, it's
Welcome
not?
to the channel.
There
Well, welcome to our channel.
Yes. Welcome to our planet.
Ginger's apparently well more aware of anything than we are, so whatever.
That's true.
Jesus.
The question is,
The question is, he says, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Can you describe the sound of a Norman Patrick model Boucher or compare it to other models? They're hard to find, let alone try.
Ecstasy.
I'm going to stay away from that question. I'm going to just, if I'm understanding what she just said,
He.
no, you.
Oh.
Read that question one more time.
Can you describe the sound of a Norman Patrick model Boucher?
Okay, that's enough. So, I have no knowledge of those guitars because I didn't get involved with Boucher until Robin took over the company.
That was the previous builder, right?
And it was it was way after that, and I have only seen one of them, and I reserve comment.
You don't know.
No, let me just put it this way. They were always, I don't know anything about them. What I know is that when Robin took over that company, he changed the recipe to the guitars profoundly. So if you have a pre-Robin guitar, it's not the same guitar.
It's not. It's not the Boucher that is today.
It's not.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't want to say anything to. I'm just saying.
You don't know.
When Robin took over that company and altered the way they were built, it changed those guitars immensely. So that's all I can say.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Good question. though.
Because it is Robin's family, and Robin wouldn't be in the business without the family. So it's all very important, but it's a long history, and the guitars built in that part of Quebec, like La Patrie, where Godin and Simon & Patrick and Norman and all those men, those are legacy companies, right?
Yeah.
And that's where he comes out of. That's where Robin came out of. That family of builders. But he just happened to have the best goddamn recipe for guitars that ever was made. I don't know where he did it or how he did it, but he did it, right? So that's all I can say. I don't know enough about.
We don't have the information.
No, I've only seen a couple of them, and I don't really know enough about what they are. I know they're not the same as Robin's guitars. That's all I can say. So there you
Lucky
go.
says.
Connect.
We have a super chat from the other Don Ross.
Oh, the other Don
The
Ross.
other Don.
I don't know what that means. But he says, gentlemen, please consider wintering down here in Vermont. We need your energy down here. Love all you share in all iterations. All the best from the other Don Ross.
Love you. Love you.
Hey,
Love
Don.
Vermont. Been played down there a lot of times in my career.
Beautiful churches and theaters to play
and
in
people.
down there. Yeah.
God, they're nice people in that state. Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a super chat from Tim Bennett.
Tim Bennett. Or is he in Marrakesh or India or where's he
He's
at now?
in, he says, Happy New Year's from New Delhi.
New Delhi,
Oh.
back in New Delhi.
You're still the best reason to get up at 4:30 a.m.
Love you, Tim.
Still
Really
fishing.
do. Thank you so much.
Tim, we're going to have an Indian food party here at the lake
Yep.
in the not too distant future.
When you get back to Canada, you have to come be a special guest.
You do.
We're going to have Nan and all kinds
We're going to
of...
have all of the good stuff.
We're going to have it all.
Yeah.
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 Chris
Stay
is-
safe over there.
Chris's partner is a Michelin chef.
No.
No.
She can-
No. She's like a Bridgestone.
Okay, she's a
chef.
Goodyear chef.
Good unit.
She's a double red seal. So, but we love to do Indian food. So
She's a black
you'll be
walrus.
right at home. Black Walrus. Yes. You just called Susie a Black Walrus. Yeah. You might want to start running right now.
Double red seal.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
She's
She's
got
small
short
and
legs, but
sprightly.
it's not going to take her that long to get here.
I better start hiding in the woods right now.
Yeah, I would leave right now.
Chat next.
Oh dear. We got a super chat from Jim Waller.
Jim Waller, welcome back, my friend.
He says, "Thanks for the info. Anyone want to buy an Oasis sound hole humidifier? I have 14 for sale."
I got 14. I'm not saying don't use them at all. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, if you're gonna use them, you
Leave
should
the case open.
Yes. Well, not only
Yes.
not that, but
yes.
you should have a hygrometer in the case to know that your guitar is humidified. It should be at around 50% humidity. That's it. You don't want a guitar up in the 65, 70 range. It's going to swell up and die, right? 50%. In this room here, if I can get this, which it is right now, at 41, 4 more percent humidity in this room at 45% humidity is perfect. It's enough because my guitars are seasoned. So you don't want to push a guitar that's already found its limit, right? Like my mother used to say, time will tell, shit will smell, and water will seek its own level. And that's the truth about guitars. Guitars will seek their own level of water. And if they go by it, boom, your bridge is off.
Hey, and there are some guitars that like the summer, and there
That's
are other
right.
guitars that like
Exactly.
the winter.
Doc Watson, his Gallagher, and mind you now, they have truss rods. They're a little hard to get to, but they work really well. Doc's didn't have a truss. He had to carry 2 different saddles. He carried one for the winter, one for the summer, because the top moved up and down naturally.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything to it. He just let it go up and down.
Yeah.
And that's what it's supposed to do. It's a living, breathing thing. Right?
Brother Dave's Larrivee, that
Yeah.
is down at my place,
It probably goes up and down like
it
an elevator.
likes the summer,
Yeah.
and it doesn't like the winter.
That's right. And that's the way all guitars are.
Yeah.
You're going to have some guitars that you play in the wintertime, they sound brilliant. And in the summertime, they get fat and lazy sounding.
Yeah.
They get waterlogged,
Yeah.
right? Because they're not old enough to have been seasoned properly. The top still has too much lignin in it, right? So when that lignin dies, which is the key that lets water in and out of the wood, when that dies, it starts to
Breathe more.
breathe less. It stops taking in so much
Yeah.
water and letting it out. So it'll find its own level and hold it.
Yeah, it
and
stabilizes
then, and then
it
you
more.
go. There you go. The guitar is seasoned. Like I have guitars in here that are old enough that you can drop it in the bathtub and it ain't going to take any more water in because the lignin's dead. So it's not going to take any more water. It might start to sound like buckety and soggy, but it isn't going to change the action or the bridge isn't going to lift. None of that stuff. So it's a huge combination of things. It's the age of the guitar, how much the guitar has withstood already of humidity change, and how well you're taking care of it. You gotta watch your guitars, right?
Yeah.
You can't just lay them in the corner and go, well, that's gonna be fine,
Off
because
you
it
go.
probably isn't. You're probably gonna wake up one morning, go try to play it, and it's gonna be like, I hate you. I'm all fat and full of water, and I'm going to die now.
My
because you-
kinkles are showing.
my guitar cankles are short, and I think you're a prick, and I want to go back to the store you bought me from, you bastard.
All right then.
Connect.
Thank you, Father.
I got a super chat from Larry Reinders.
Larry
Larry
Reindress.
Reindress. You are the man.
How are you, Larry?
Love you dearly.
You're only 10 minutes away.
Yes, sir.
What is your choice for lap steel?
Lap steel. Right now, the only one that I know about, I mean, there's tons of them, but the ones that I know about right now are built by Recording King.
Really?
Yes. There's one at Fantasy Music.
What?
Yes.
Crazy
and it's
talk.
Deadly. Beautiful instrument.
My choice for lap steel is no lap steel. Sorry,
Now,
Larry.
mind you, lap steels were they call them Hawaiian guitars back then.
I love
right?
a full pedal steel.
Yeah, but I can't play one.
No, you don't.
You gotta
can't-
have-
Ginger can't even do the math to play a pedal
No,
steel.
she can't.
Yeah, the math is incredibly complicated.
But as far as all I've
It's a
seen
challenge.
recently that really caught my eye, if I was gonna, because I'm a dobro player, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm used to doing that.
yeah,
the Recording King is making a brilliant, beautiful lap steel.
We may have to go and steal it.
We have to go and steal it. Fantasy music. Listen, if you haven't gone down there, go see them.
Yeah.
They had a terrible year last year because of the construction and this
Buried under
yes.
piles of gravel and construction.
Yes. So go support Steven.
Yeah.
He's got Boucher's, he's got Yeri, he's got high-end Yamaha. He's got an
everything.
L26, 36, and 56 in that shop.
Yeah.
Those are the best Yamaha guitars in the
There
world
are. Yeah.
that there are. And they're hanging in his shop right
Yeah.
now. You have to go see them.
Yep.
There's no question. So, Super Chats. Let's finish the last one. We got to,
So
gotta
we
go
got
on to the
one
draw.
From Lucille West. Got a super chat.
Lucille West.
I live in the Alabama/Florida part of the South. How far down into the lower 48 do you think you'll make it this year? Love the channel and the music.
Well, if I have any say in it, I will be right on your back step, because that's where I lived. In case you know where this is, I lived in Washington County, Alabama, about 55 miles north of Mobile, in a town just south of Jackson. And that whole, where you're talking about, that was my stomping grounds. I played music all over that part of Alabama. And I have gigs booked right now that are in Indianapolis, Arizona, Texas, and I have so many friends and family in that place just north of Mobile. I'm hoping I can get down there to at least make a visit, and if I get really lucky, might find a way to do a gig.
If you're
Which
going
would
down
be
in that
incredible.
area, I'm coming with you, boy.
You should go with me, because damn. Listen, the people that I know and met in southern Alabama were some of the finest human beings I have ever known in my life, and they kept me alive. When I was a kid and didn't know jack shit about nothing, they kept me alive.
Yeah.
And they were good people. There's just so many of them. I could make a list of people that I would, and I learned everything I know about music from the people down there.
Well, you're so heavily influenced from that whole area. It's not funny.
It's just huge. So I hope I get to see you. I'm coming down there in April. So yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to at least visit the area, and if I'm lucky, might be able to swing a couple of small hall gigs down around where I used to live.
I'll fly down and meet you.
Oh man, we'd have fun. The guys I know down there,
No, hey,
and they're all great players.
we wouldn't have any fun down there.
No, really fun.
No, we wouldn't have any fun.
No, we would
We
go to the local library and look
That's
up
right.
local history.
That's correct.
Yes, and we would enjoy some.
Yes.
Nice
We
cups
would
of tea.
study the mating patterns of the local earthworm population.
That's correct, and
at the library.
and find out how to catch catfish with our bare hands.
That's right. Noodling.
Yes, that's right. And we would go to the Tom Bigby River and catch striped bass.
And we wouldn't eat any barbecue ginger at all.
No, nothing. No, and we would probably refrain.
No moonshine.
No, we would refrain from all alcohol, I would think. And
We're not enjoying any
we're
alcohol.
not enjoying any
right
alcohol
now.
in Alabama at all. No.
No.
Next.
We got another super chat from Stephen Baker, a very generous super chat from Stephen Baker.
Oh.
Love you, Stevie.
Are you
Thank
scrubbing?
buddy.
Are you scrubbing our back right now?
He is scrubbing your back.
He's
He's
scrubbing our
giving you a
back
little
right
head
now.
scratch.
Love you, Stephen. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
He says, I'm enjoying learning the songs from home and sharing them with my friends over here. One of my favorite songs ever is Old Man by Rita MacNeil. Do you have any thoughts or stories about Miss MacNeil that we might enjoy? I would appreciate it.
Oh God.
You can't. Do you have 3 hours? 'Cause it would take that
I
long.
just don't have enough time now.
Well, give him
But
something.
I can tell you something about Rita. Now, I met Rita because I went to work with her on her Christmas tours. I was hired. I actually auditioned for her band in the late '80s and got the job, but then her old guitar player came back and got the job, and I lost my gig. And then later in the late '90s. She was a fan of mine, which I still can't believe, and asked me to go open her Christmas tour and then play in the backup band with her and the Men in the Deeps. And she was one of my closest friends. She was like a mother to everyone. She was a mother to everyone. There's so many songs that are on my albums that she was the first person to ever hear them. And right before she passed away, there was actually a song. We were doing a show together. We were billing headline and in Sydney at the outdoor at the Rock the Dock, or whatever it was. And she had her own trailer, and I pulled up there in my truck, and I was sitting there waiting to go on. And I thought, I'm going to go in and see Rita. I didn't like to bother her. She was such a sweetheart, and you always felt like you couldn't. She felt like your mother. You didn't want to go in there and pester her. And I walked in, and I said, "How you doing, Rita?" "Oh, good, dear." And she was so happy that she'd give me a big hug, and she was like, "So tell what's going on, dear? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm still writing, and I've got, I'm gonna make a record pretty soon." And "Oh, do you have new songs?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch." "Oh, sing me a song." And she used to do that all the time, and she would sing. She didn't care you didn't have a guitar. She would let you. She wanted you to sing it a cappella, because that's what she did. She didn't play an instrument.
Yeah.
She would write these brilliant songs that became #1 hits all over the world. She didn't play an instrument. She would describe to people what the chords were and how she wanted it to sound and blah. And so I remember sitting in that camper. And that's what it was. It was a big fifth wheel camper they set up for her. And I sang the song I had just written with no guitar. I just sat there and sang it, and I would close my eyes, and she would sit in the chair with her arms folded, and she'd rock back and forth and listen. And I was singing this song, which is terrifying. I'm sitting in front of one of the best songwriters in the history of writing,
Right.
with no guitar, and I'm just trying to carry this song with just my voice.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there doing this, and I'm singing, and I'm getting more nervous and more nervous.
She's computing.
And all of a sudden, I could see the tears. She was crying because it was a sad song, right? And when I finished, she just sat there and she kept rocking for a minute, and then she went and she wiped her face and she goes, "Oh, sing that again.
Yeah.
Sing that again." And I had to. I did it again. I sang it again. And it was one of the most profound experiences I have ever had. To connect with someone who was a genius songwriter.
Yeah.
And there I was, this apprentice idiot. I felt like a total moron, right? Doing this in front of her, and she cried.
Yeah.
She and then after the second run through, she went, "My dear, I wouldn't change a thing.
Right.
I wouldn't change a thing."
What always amazed me about her, whether it was at like the Savoy or whether it was at one of these festivals where you were in a lineup of trailers, she's not in her trailer or in the dressing room with her name on it.
No.
She was always sitting backstage, listening to every other performer.
They'd find a big chair, a comfortable chair for her.
And she would sit there, and me running around doing whatever I was doing for that show would almost run over her at some point. And she was just brilliant and quiet and lovely, and
she was such a tiny little person.
Yes.
She was so small.
Yeah.
She I bet you she wasn't 5'1".
Yeah.
And it was just like her voice.
She was one of the most real people I think I ever met.
Yeah. Listen. Like, I was well aware of her gift, right? And the first night, because there was no rehearsal. I was on the very first Christmas tour. They gave me charts, and they trusted me enough to be able to pull it off. I was playing fiddle and mandolin on the gig. It was a great band. Kim Dunn, Jeff Arsenault on the drums, Dixie on the bass, and the Men of the Deeps. Chris Corrigan on guitar, second guitar. I walked into that gig and we did the first show and the Men of the Deeps come down the aisle and open the show. I opened the show, then they come out and sang, then Rita walks out. And it was profound when her mouth opened
Yeah.
and she started to sing, and the power was so much power coming out of her body
Yeah.
that I was like, I was trying to back away from her. She was just like, it was electric.
Yeah.
And the whole audience.
She was a profound giant
She was a giant.
of
Yeah.
a performer,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
The power.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah, I am
just
too.
thinking about it.
I am too.
Like she was like a female Roy Orbison.
Mm-hmm.
She just owned the whole room. The whole room.
I think the Men of the Deeps who have carried on,
Yeah.
right? I mean, obviously, they did a lot of work with
Yeah.
Rita. I think the Men of the Deeps still carry her
They do.
around
They
with
do.
them. And
Yeah.
you can see that.
And poor old the director there. Oh God, I can't recall his name right now. Damn it, that's terrible.
Stephen?
No, the guy that passed started the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I can't recall his name. Oh my God. Anyhow, we tore. I mean, that crew of men was unbelievable. They. I learned so much from them
Yeah.
in the time that we. O'Connell. His last name. Shit. He's just passed away in the last few years. Anyhow, yeah. Rita.
Do you know what summed it up the best? Is the McKinnon cartoon
What's that? What was
where
it?
she's at the gates,
Oh yeah.
right? The gates of heaven.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
And I forget the caption, but it's something like, they're opening the gates and saying the band is waiting.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Stephen, you'll have to look that up.
Yep.
You'll have to look that cartoon up. It's like a Halifax Herald, one of the McKinnon cartoons.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Have we got a few more to cover?
Yeah, we do.
Let's get them out fast.
This is the extended
Extended
New Year's
2022 version. Yes.
Yes. So we have another one from Steven. He says, I don't have anything funny to say, but I had a budget for tonight, and Chris was wearing a boring shirt, so he's in touch.
Thanks, Chris. There you go.
And then we have another one from Lucille West.
Lucille West.
Lucille.
I'm about 1.5 hours northeast of Mobile on the ALFL line.
Jesus.
You know what that is?
That's really close to where I lived.
Yeah.
That's really close where I lived.
I'll check
yeah.
back as time gets closer to April. I knew I loved your music for a reason.
Love you.
I just
See you then.
watched, Sue and I just watched the Lucille Ball, Desi Arnaz story. So
Oh,
when I
yeah.
heard Lucille, I pricked right up.
What's left? Anything?
That is it for
All
Super
right.
Chats.
So tonight, let's talk about. We're going to start describing these prizes
More
in
big
detail.
news. Yeah.
The massive prize that comes from the 3 partner stores. The first one we're going to talk about tonight is from Fantasy Music. Fantasy Music is donating into the prize pack a Yamaha FG 840. Now this guitar, I wanted to buy this damn guitar about 6 times and I didn't.
Yeah.
And now I have to give it away. Shit. I should have bought it.
Every time you've been there, you've
Oh,
threatened it.
it is a cannon. It's laminate, flame maple back and sides. And laminate guitars, don't fool yourself. Laminate ages, it opens up, especially Yamahas.
Yeah.
They're
the masters at it.
They are.
Yeah.
They have what they call true laminate. It's an actual piece of flame maple and another actual piece of flame maple, and in between is a piece of spruce. Not filler, not all that shit.
Yeah.
And it goes against the grain of the maple.
Yeah.
So that you have this incredibly strong laminate that will age because it's living wood on all 3 layers,
Yeah.
right? So that guitar is deadly. It's one of the nicest Yamahas I've ever played at that price point. It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
They're only about $900. So there's that. And what else does he have for us?
CV Mark amplifier.
The new acoustic amplifier.
Yep. AC 801. So
Yes.
8-inch woofer.
Yes.
A piezo tweeter.
Yes.
Silky highs and woolen lows.
Yes, sir.
All right. and 50 watt output. You can put an 8 ohm cabinet on it with a
Yes.
jack that
Nice.
extends out to an external cabinet.
Yep.
1/4 inch headphone output if you just want to use it in your cans,
Yep.
which is great. A 1/8 inch input,
For
so a jack
if
for
you
an
want-
aux input.
If you want to put your backing tracks through it.
Yeah, and bass mid treble,
Yep.
like killer features.
I'm telling you, I played through these amps.
At the store, we
that
played
store.
through that like multiple times,
Yeah.
and we're just in
It-
awe.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
only about yay big.
Yeah,
and
it's
it just
tiny.
tears your head off.
Yeah.
It's one of the best acoustic
Well,
amps.
we dropped it in front of the big one,
Yes.
and we thought we had mistakenly plugged in the
Right,
big one.
yes.
It sounded so
So this is
huge.
a small version of it. It's incredibly compact.
Yeah.
And a ton of power for the size.
Yeah.
And so DV Mark is making some incredible acoustic amplifiers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's several companies nowadays that are doing that.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about them in this new year. So
Yeah.
this is one of them. The DV Mark AC801.
We should do a shootout between the Fishman, the DV Mark, and a couple of the other ones that
I
we're-
love
we're
Fishman,
looking at.
but as I was saying to you earlier,
Yeah,
there's an amplifier I'm not going to mention
sitting right
that
here.
I have here. The Fishman's always been my favorite amp, but it's very plain. Mm-hmm. And
It's honest.
it's honest.
Yeah.
There's other amps like this one
Yeah.
that have way more personality.
Yeah.
Right? And so
That's the right word.
Yeah.
The Fishman is honest, trustworthy,
and that's it.
but it is plain.
The DV Mark, you can tell that amplifier is designed
Yeah.
to bring out the
It's got flavor.
best- Yes.
It's got flavor to it.
It's a spicy banana.
It's got some flavor.
It's got some flavor.
I'm enjoying some right now.
We enjoyed some today at the store.
The one here
Yes.
has a different flavor. Now we need
Yep.
a bit of reference.
Yep.
True
But it's
reference.
way
on
bigger.
it. Yes.
It's way
So
bigger.
that's 2/8s
That's 2/8s.
and 120 watts.
But the DV Mark,
Yeah.
they are making some killer acoustic
Mm-hmm.
amps, and they're known for bass amps.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really surprise me that much that they've put that knowledge
The acoustic cannon.
yes into the acoustic blow your face off amp.
This Steven's prize package from Fantasy Music.
That guitar
And that amp.
that Yamaha FG840, if
Yeah.
you dropped a K&K in that
Yeah.
and put it through that DV Mark,
Look out.
holy crap, you
Yeah.
would lose all the paint off the
Yeah.
inside of your house.
You could blow Dave Gunning right over to Europe
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
you can blow him right into an ECMA award.
With friends like you, he doesn't need enemies.
You could almost blow him into a Grammy.
That's right. You could just about blow him into a Canadian Folk Music Award.
You could blow the onesie right off him.
A onesie. Okay, folks.
right.
So here we go. Jesus, we're
6
we're
names.
15 minutes over.
It's a good thing there's no union
Hey,
call on
look,
this.
it's 2022.
Yeah.
We love you. We're glad you're here. Here's the question, and it's a question of sadness, but still,
Yeah.
we need to pay tribute to this guy. Didn't talk about him on Cable Corner.
We're
Just
talking about him now.
We are now. Just a few days ago, we lost the best banjo player that ever picked up the instrument beside Earl Scruggs.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question. And he died just a few days ago. What was his name? A massive banjo star died just, I think, only 3 or 4 days. Actually, he died on Christmas Eve. Tony Rice died on Christmas Day, who played in his band.
Yeah.
This guy died on Christmas Eve. So there you go. Who are we talking about? One of the greatest 5-string banjo players that ever lived.
What do you
So
say,
we,
Ginger?
we need 6 people, right?
Yeah.
We're going to take the first 6 people to get this right.
Okay, they all came in Fast and Furious.
Wow. Damn.
There was no delay.
Snap.
Who do we got?
So the first one is David Belcher.
It's not on there.
Doesn't sound familiar.
No, he's not on there.
Yep,
JD
you're right.
Crow.
David Belcher. You are a winner. You are in the draw. Send me an email right now at jpcormier38@gmail.com. so we can put your email in the database when we do the draw to contact you if you win. Number 2, who's up?
Then we have Francis McGinnis.
That's new. You are the same thing, jpcormier38@gmail.com.
Thank you, my goodness.
Luke Saunier.
Oh, that's new.
Ooh, yeah.
Luke Saunier.
Caleb Hawkins.
Whoa, that sounds familiar.
Does he win already?
I don't think Caleb's on the
I know
list.
Caleb.
He's in the
but
chat
yeah,
all the time.
He's in the chat, but he's not on the
He's
list.
not on the list. Caleb Hawkins.
Good job,
Hawkins is
Caleb.
in.
Good job, brother.
And then Mike Muttrey.
That's
Spell
new.
it.
Mike, and then Mutrey.
Okay.
Okay, so jpcormier38@gmail.com. Send me an email. We're going to put your email, your address in our database. 2, 4, we need one more.
The last one is John Sobzak.
Oh,
it.
that, I know him.
Czak.
He's won before.
Did he win? Is
I
he
don't
on the
think he
list?
won in this contest,
No.
though. But I know John. John Sobzak.
Spell
that-
it, sir.
That is
S-O-B.
6.
S-O.
Oh wait, no. I scrolled away. Stand by.
It's okay.
We're
John.
Standing by right now.
Sobczak.
Yeah, right.
You got it.
I know
You
you,
nailed
John.
it.
I did, yeah. John sent us an email. All the winners: David Belcher, Francis McInnes, Luke Saunier, Caleb Hawkins, Mike Muttrey, John Sobzak. jpcormier38@gmail.com. Send us an email.
We
We'll
need your
put-
email address.
We will put your address in the database. Now listen, we got 8 more people, and we're going to do the draw. Next week, we're going to do 6 more winners, and then the week after that, we're going to do 2.
I'm going to be gone.
It's okay. Well, it's not okay, but we'll do it without you.
You need to
The
stretch
last. Oh, do you want to do it? Okay, we'll
You
stretch
stretch
it
this
out.
out.
Okay, we'll do 4 next week.
We need
and
to
then
make
4.
them wait. Look, they're all sitting there waiting.
All right, we'll do 4 next week, and 4
The week after?
and the week after, and then we will give the prize away on next week.
The container away. We'll
And
ship it out by Maersk.
damn, it's going to be wicked.
Yeah.
So we got Fantasy's prize we've described to you this evening. Next week we're going to talk about Glenn's prize, which is deadly. Big prize there, recording king guitar.
Glenn's going to throw in a pizza as well from the
Yes,
wheel.
he is. Yes,
Yeah.
he's going to wheel pizza.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about Vince Mullins' prize from Opera Music
Miramichi.
Store in Miramichi. I put a call into Vince this evening, make sure he was okay, and I didn't. They were closed already, but I left a message. So there you go. Cue the music, Ginger,
All right. Cheers, brother.
or can you?
I did.
She did. There she is.
Oh, Winston.
That's it.
Winston Scotty.
Winston live,
Where was this?
1954 in Lake Ainsley.
That's out there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Jackie.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Stay safe,
Chris
everyone.
Coote, the lovely Ginger, the house nurse Mel, and
Jack
the 2
and Jill.
dogs, and Stella
Some Carogna.
Carogna. What are you gonna do? Love you guys. Happy 2022. Hang in there with us.
We'll see you next week.
We'll be here for the year. We're here all week. Come
Try
back
the
on
veal.
Friday. Try the veal.